You are already enough. You don't need to earn your worth. You need to notice it. Anonymous. Hello and welcome. My name is Rebeca, and this is the Amor Factor. Hello, masterpieces, life helpers, caregivers, artists, and co-creators. In our last episode, we explored how to color your world by letting your imagination fly, how even simple shapes or coloring them can affect the brain in positive ways that become more important as we get older. When you have time, go back and listen to some of the earlier episodes in our series that dive into this. Today we're going to explore another way to stay creative and alert for as long as possible by helping our fingers stay agile while we're still having fun. And there's a good reason for it. A study published in BMC Geriatrics in 2024 explains that people who keep their minds active tend to have better finger control and experience less age-related brain decline. So how about giving your hands a little workout to help keep your mind sharp? What do you think? That's another way to look at it. Well, let's explore a little deeper. Do you remember being a child and folding paper into different figures or shapes just for fun? Who says that has to end? If you've heard of the art of origami, then you know that not only is it enjoyable to keep folding, but it can also be beautiful. And yes, it can help you maintain finger dexterity and support your brain. Origami is the art of folding paper to make shapes, animals, or objects without cutting or gluing anything. Paper folding began in China, where paper was invented, but the structured art form we know as origami evolved in Japan and became a meaningful part of Japanese cultural tradition. In a 2025 study titled Evaluation of the Effectiveness of Craft Activities to Improve Fine Motor Skills, the researchers concluded that eye-hand coordination activities like paper folding can help not only improve but also maintain the coordination, strength, and precision needed for independent self-care. The precision required in folding paper calls for focus and concentration, which can support memory and hand control. Another 2025 study, Cognitive Intervention Through the Use of Origami, found that folding paper gives the brain a gentle workout because it requires step-by-step focus and careful hand movements. The study suggests that origami can help keep the mind active. In a 2022 study by Mudre titled The Use of Origami for Anxiety, the researcher emphasizes that, quote, origami may be an effective technique to decrease anxiety, end of quote. The results suggested a calming effect and pointed to origami as an activity worth exploring for emotional well-being. And there's more. In the review Cognitive Intervention Through the Use of Origami, the authors explain that origami can do more than support thinking skills. It can also support emotional health. They note that the calm, hands-on nature of folding paper can help people feel more relaxed. This shows that folding paper can be a creative and purposeful way to use your hands, offering a simple but worthwhile activity that feels meaningful. And it's always nice to have options for expressing your creativity, especially when they help you stay sharp and alert. And all you need is a piece of paper and your imagination. What you draw, what you color, and what shapes you make are all up to you. When you approach coloring and folding freely with love, it becomes exactly what you need to feel joy and peace. And Scripture gives us guidance in finding purpose in using our hands with creativity. Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, "Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might." This verse reminds us that God values how we approach what we do. Even folding paper to create something simple can be an expression of love. It's not about the size of how it looks. It's about slowing down, giving your full attention, and honoring God through the work of your hands. 1 Thessalonians 4:11 encourages a life that values quiet moments and simple, steady work. It says to, quote, aspire to live quietly and work with your hands, end of quote. Folding paper, shaping something slowly and with intention, can become a small way of practicing that quiet life, a moment where your mind settles, your breathing slows, and you remember that peace often grows from the simplest of actions. Lastly, remember that taking care of yourself can show up in many ways, many shapes, many colors, and even many paper creations. It can be a path towards calm and quiet, the kind that helps you reflect on what matters, supports a healthier relationship with yourself, and strengthens your relationship with others. It brings you back to what truly matters, amor, love. Because ultimately, it's all a matter of relationships. Loving God's creation, expressed in you, and in every one of the masterpieces sharing this amazing world with you. I'll talk to you again soon. My name is Rebeca, and this is the Amor Factor.